Hey guys, Bearded Bricks bringing you guys another video. Today we're going to be talking about some modifications that I've made to my antique house and hopefully give you guys some more ideas of how you guys can update your sets or modify them how you see fit. Obviously, you guys have seen the antique video on my channel. I hope. If you haven't, I'm going to put a link to it down in the description so you guys can go watch it. And let me know if you guys like that video. It really helps the channel out. More importantly though, it is a beautiful build. No hiding there. However, you can always do more things to spice up your build. And you don't have to go and buy a bunch of parts to make something, however you want to make it look. You can always just get additional sets to make it look better. So with this antique house, I got the 4+ tractor that comes with some carrots. And that on itself turns your antique house into a small lived-in cottage. Maybe there's an elderly couple who collected too many lamps or knickknacks over their life and they've turned it into a storefront. So when you go into someone's house or their antique store, it could just be their home that's been modified to a storefront. Additionally, I did end up ordering a handful of parts, and again, this is the addendum, is you can order more parts, you don't have to. I ordered a handful of parts that I can make, and I took the design from Bevan's Bricks. He put out the designs there on YouTube on 2 shorts that I really liked on making corn and wheat, and I think that's fantastic. I'm actually going to expand on this a lot more. This is just the parts that I've ordered currently, and his little corn stalks are actually made from a handful of these green plant pieces, these 1x3 plant pieces, and you just stack them up together 5 or 6 high, and you get one of these little orange or golden horns to put on the top, and you can just stack them up and separate them really nice. And once you get a couple, like 3 or 4 rows of them, it looks really good. Additionally, what I did is I put some of the corn in the cart that the tractor comes with. Like, he's been harvesting the corn, he's going to go back and take it to his shed, and he's going to shuck it and then go back and get more. Neat little detail for your city. Now, you guys might ask yourself, well, Bearded, why didn't you buy the official Lego corn piece? And to that, I will say that is a really expensive piece. Currently, Lego does not make that piece in abundance, and if you were buying it online, it's about $3 to $5 depending on where you go. Really expensive to get that piece, so this is a great alternative. They're super affordable. These grass pieces, I bought 250 of them for like $10. And then a handful of these horn pieces are super available. People have them as spare parts all the time, and then Ninjago and other themes like icons. So they're super available and you get them really cheap as well. And then the wheat itself is only actually 3 pieces. The wheat is these 2 Technic pins and then some of these 4 length and 5 length tan rods with this dark tan 1x2 plate on the bottom. And you can just stack them up in rows, and you mix and match the rods, so you do like a 5 and a 4, and then a 5 and a 5, and etc. And then as you stagger them, they look really, really good in the build. And then obviously once I'm done with this, I'm gonna add a little fence to the front side, and I may expand it and add other kinds of crops, because I know Lego is making that pumpkin patch that's coming out next year. So there's tons of additions that are going to be made to this house for my Lego city. More importantly, these are 2 bags from another Bricklink Designer program set that I didn't use the popcorn cart. And a lot of these are going to come with stuff that I really want, like 2x2 plate with stud on top. It's going to come with a bunch of 1x1 studs as well. And these bags that I wasn't going to use for anything else can be used to make tile or path that I'm going to experiment with. And then when I'm ready to use more of it, I'm going to make a path that goes into my city for the yellow truck that this building comes with. And those are just some of the examples you can use when it comes to modifying a set you already have. And granted, there's nothing wrong with taking a set you have and leaving it and displaying it the way it absolutely has. But if you're like me and you want to expand and make things better and bigger, these are just a couple of the examples that I personally have done to the antique house. But I'd like to know from you guys down in the comments, did you guys modify your antique house in any way? Did you change some of the stuff on the interior? Do you guys have plans to expand it in the future? Let me know down in the comments. As always, I've been Bearded Bricks, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. See ya.